serious human rights violations, and possible crimes against humanity. That was the verdict of a long-awaited United Nations report on China's crackdown in its Xinjiang region. In Beijing, the UN findings released on September 1st were met with denial.
你提到的这份所谓的评估报告，是美国及一些西方势力一手策划制造的，完全非法无效。
But outside of China, the watershed assessment by the Human Rights Commission saw a cascade of calls from governments and other groups to cease rights violations in the far western region.
The United States welcomes this important report, which describes authoritatively the abhorrent human rights treatment of the Uyghur and other minority communities by the People's Republic of China government.
The UN report found evidence of large-scale arbitrary detention. It included documentation, torture, rape, solitary confinement, and other grave abuses committed against Uyghurs and Turkic Muslim minorities in Xinjiang.
The report deepens our grave concern regarding the ongoing genocide and crimes against humanity that China is perpetrating. We will continue to work closely with partners and the international community to hold China accountable. And we will call on China to immediately cease committing these atrocities.
The United Nations itself is standing by the report's findings and its recommendations that China releases Uyghurs unjustly detained. They are also calling on Beijing to bring their campaign in Xinjiang in line with international law.
The Secretary General has read the assessment that clearly identifies serious human rights violations in the Xinjiang region of China. The assessment done by the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights also confirms what the Secretary General has been saying on Xinjiang for quite some time, that human rights must be respected and that the Uyghur community needs to be respected and made feel it belongs to the country as a whole without discrimination.
Taiwan's Foreign Minister Joseph Wu tweeted that China's behavior constitutes crimes against humanity. The concerns over the treatment of China's Uyghur population was also echoed by Japan.
同報告書が公表されたことを評価をいたします。新疆ウイグル自治区に関しては、重大な人権侵害が行われているとの報告がこれまでも数多く出されています。我が国は新疆ウイグル自治区等の人権状況について深刻に懸念しており、国際社会における普遍的価値である自由、基本的人権の尊重、法の支配が中国においても保障されることが重要であると考えています。
After years of repression in Xinjiang and months waiting for this landmark report, the reality of what is happening in China is becoming impossible to turn away from. But the question for many is, what will the international community be willing to do to bring it to an end? Ryan Kilpatrick for TaiwanPlus.